Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today, if you're going to ask advice of others, always expect a safe answer. Hey, good morning, everybody. So I'm just out for a morning walk. I'm not usually a morning walker, but I got this pain in I hurt my ribs a few weeks ago. So, as software developers, someone who sits at a desk all day, I realize I need to schedule exercise. And usually I'm a gym person in the morning. And I guess with bruised ribs, you're not supposed to go, lift weights, which I found out yesterday by lifting just a few, and my ribs start hurting again. So I'm out for an early morning walk, slipping around in the mud, and I bit off way more than I could chew. Right? I'm walking 7 miles and just sort of like, thinking, dude, man, I'm chafing everywhere. Man, I'm just not used to this. So anyway, today I wanted to talk a little bit about getting advice from people. A few weeks ago, I got a comment from somebody saying, basically, I want to start my app business. I'm not sure whether or not to do it part-time or to just quit my job and do it full time and give it 100% of everything, And my response to him in the comments was, definitely do it part time. Do not bet the farm on it. Just do what you need to do. Don't put your family at risk. Don't put your home at risk. Don't do anything like that. Just work at it part time until you start to get the clients, until you start to build things up. That's kind of the way I did it. It was like in the early mornings, getting stuff done, right? So that was the advice I gave him, right? And it was good, safe advice, right? Obviously. I mean, what else was I going to say? No, man, bet the farm, go all in, right? Because there's a good argument for that. The whole burn the ship so that it forces you to do something, right? My whole logic behind that answer was that when we get desperate, we make stupid decisions, right? How many content creators you see out there just making stupid videos or stupid articles or clickbaity stuff just because that's their only source of revenue. So they're just like, they're desperate to get stuff through. And I hate when I get in that situation. It's, but there's also situations where I have totally been like back to the wall, this has to work. And, either when you limit all your options, you're either going to do something really stupid or something really courageous and brilliant. And sometimes you go either way. I mean, I've got the advice I gave him, I think is good advice, right? It's not the kind of advice I followed in the past. I have chucked everything in and I spent my entire savings like, okay, this time I'm going to make Overpass work. I'll spend like a couple years. I'll work contracts. I'll save up a bunch of money. And then I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm going full on Overpass. And it works, it might work for a little while. And then whatever, I might go into, I haven't got into debt. I mean, I have recently, but back then I didn't. But, basically you stop, go back, take on another contract, lick your wounds, and then try it again, right? So even though the advice I gave him was, no, play it safe. I mean, we're men. A lot of times we don't play it safe. Sometimes you just have to swing for the fences. But there was no way I was going to be the guy who said, no, definitely swing for the fences, go all in, because I don't want to be responsible for that. And I was thinking about it. When I started EarSpy, my first application, and I was, spending more money than I had, well, basically more money than I was willing to spend on getting this thing created. I was asking advice, asked from my spouse at the time. I was asking my kids. I was asking people I worked with. And most of them said, nah, I don't think that will work. I don't think it's a really good idea. Save your money and everything like that. And in the end, I did it anyway. It was a risk that I took, right? It was only I could take that risk. As guys, sometimes we just have to go all in. We have to make those kind of decisions, but we can never expect somebody to make that decision for us, right? You cannot put the responsibility of a risky decision on someone else. If you do, they're going to give you the safe advice almost 100% of the time. And you need to take that advice, consider it, and sometimes you just do it anyway, but you realize the risks that are involved, right? And of course, you should never put your family at risk or put your home at risk or anything like that. I mean, a lot of the things was like, for those of us who release apps to the app stores, we know how difficult it could be to get some traction on these kind of things. So, it's a good idea to ask people their opinions, to get their advice, but always expect a safe answer in response, right? Because nobody wants to be the person that you blame for it. right? I think about the times my back were to the wall. There's certain times where it was like, dude, I have to get this, right? I cannot lose this job. I have to learn what I have to learn. I'm going to read whatever I have to read, and that I benefited from that immensely, right? It was putting everything on the line. And there's other times I put everything on the line. I'm like, dude, that was a colossal mistake, right? But in every situation, the decision was mine and the risk was mine. Anyway, I don't know if you guys agree with that or disagree with it. I kind of, I started to reconsider the advice I'd given this guy, and then I thought, no, I'm on record for saying play it safe, right? But, we can't always play it safe. Otherwise, that other saying, which is, if you want what everybody has, you do what everybody does. If you want what everybody else has, you do what everybody else does. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for liking and subscribing. I hope you guys have an amazing day today. That's it for today. I'll talk to you again next time.